Hello everybody. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. And this is my weekly update video for week ending, I guess it would be yesterday, so June 18th. And Logan's here with me. We just had some breakfast, so he should be fairly happy. And we're going to do a quick video today because filming this Monday, so normally I like to film them on Sunday, but I will get to that in a minute. It was a very, very busy day. So we'll start with Monday. I remember telling you guys last video that I was experiencing wrist pain, and while that's true, I woke up Monday morning and my right wrist was absolutely killing me. I have no idea what I did, but it was definitely an injury. So when I'd feel my wrist, it felt like a big ball of tender tissue, and it would just, like, I couldn't use it. I could barely write anything. It was so bad. Finally did start getting better by Wednesday, but I was in a lot of pain. And at that point, I was doing my garage door. I was trying to hold Logan, trying to feed him, still do all the things I normally do. It was really rough. And I ended up sleeping in all last week too. So I figured that my body needed rest. So I did take a week to myself. I slept in till like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I mean, for most people, that's not sleep. Hey, stop turning my pages. For most people, that's not sleeping in. That's waking up early. But for me, it was definitely sleeping in because I usually get up at 5 every day. So stop it. He's turning my planner pages. What a cutie you are. So Monday is normally my journaling day, and I do my kids' journals, which is like their 5-year journals. So I just update once a week, give them pictures in there, tell them, like, you know, if they have a doctor's appointment, just any updates that have happened that week for the kids. And I think it'll be really cool for them to go back and read that. So I do my journaling. I try to work on human design if I have time, but I did not have time. I think because if I get a later start to the day, I just kind of tend to not work as hard or be as productive as I could be. So I ended up, despite my wrist pain, I don't know what I was thinking, but I needed to get it done. I think I was feeling overwhelmed because I realized I had to weed the garden. I had to go through the clothes. I had to do just all of this stuff I really wanted to get done. And I felt like nobody was helping me. Like, nobody else can do those things. I have to do them. So I ended up weeding my garden. So as soon as Chad woke up at 1:30, I went outside, spent an hour and a half because I left at an hour and 45 minutes. I left at 3:15 to go pick up my son. And it was hot that day. I remember just sweating rivers. Like, it was pouring off of me. But I weeded my garden. So was it in my plan with me? I might have showed that picture. So I'll put it here and I'll show you guys what it looked like. And now the weeds are growing back. It has rained torrentially for the last couple of days. Yesterday was we actually had a rainfall warning. I mean, we go from 30 days to torrential rainfall warnings. It's so crazy. Weather here in Alberta is not, it is crazy. And then yesterday, despite the rain, we still had smoke in the air. I have extreme asthma, so I've been hospitalized twice for my asthma. And I've been on ventilators, in Medi centers and stuff. So I have to be really careful. Here in Alberta, wildfires are very common, but mostly, especially in August, September. So just to have them this early is very, very scary. And that they were so close to home, it was literally on the other side of Highway 21, which is right next to Sherwood Park. It was very scary. So anyway, it was in the air yesterday despite the rain, which is crazy. So back to Monday. So I decided to weed the garden, and then that night I ended up going through my dresser clothes. I went through all of my dresser clothes, refolded them, got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and I also got through the stuff in my closet, which was so good. I had a whole box full of stuff to Goodwill. I just felt so good about it. And then fast forward to Tuesday, and I did not, it was the first day I did not write my blog. I've always written my blog every Tuesday, and I felt kind of down and out about it because I was oh my gosh, if I'm letting myself sleep in, I'm not getting my work done, what's going to happen to my job? It's not good, right? But I slept until 7 that day. And I found it very difficult to write. But I ended up doing the kids' journals on Tuesday instead of like the Monday, which I never got to. And then I decided to go through Logan's clothes. So I brought up the containers in the basement. Everything that I had in my room, I ended up donating because it was all too small for him. So I got Chad that same day when he picked up my son Connor. I got him to go to Goodwill, and he took 3 boxes plus a huge like Walmart bag, reusable bag. So anyway, all of that stuff, like all the blankets, all the baby clothes, my clothes, it's all donated. So I'm still following through on my Swedish death cleaning movement, I like to call it, which is minimizing my stuff. I'm done having materialistic stuff in my home. As soon as Logan's done with stuff, like toys, clothes, whatever, it's going. I'm not holding on to stuff anymore, and I'm still going to go through my basement containers once more and then try to downsize, try to reduce it by half once more. So I've reduced it by half about 3 times now in total, 2 or 3 times. Once for the garage sale last year, it was probably about 60% of the stuff I had, which is crazy. And if you guys were down there to see my basement now, you'd be like, holy crow, this is a lot of stuff. It was jam-packed before that garage sale. Like we literally had like 3 households worth of stuff in our basement. So I'm just glad that we're, you know, going through this, because if we eventually move, which we want to, are you thirsty? We don't want to be carrying everything with us. Okay, so Wednesday, my wrist was starting to feel better. So I remember that because I just felt this like difference in it, and it still hurt, but it wasn't as bad as it was. And I also wanted to point out that Wednesday was Flag Day, and it just reminded me of like The Big Bang Theory with Sheldon and Amy, so I thought that was kind of cute. I didn't get to work on my stickers, but I did do my July budget, and I got my Sterling Ink subscription that day, so I remember that very vividly. Got my Sterling Ink subscription, I filmed it, and then I edited that on a Thursday. But Wednesday and Thursday were kind of write-offs. So again, I slept in because I felt like I just needed that rest, like I told you guys last week. And then I ended up having to drive my mom to her cleaning job. So she works part-time for extra cash, and she didn't have a way to get there because her car was broken down. So that's the other thing too, like her car being broken down, even though it's her problem, I felt like it was my problem too, because I'm so close to my mom and like she does so much for me. I wanted it to be my problem because I wanted to help her. And because I did that, I also felt like extremely stressed out about it. But anyway, I drove her to her appointment. It took like 20 minutes to get there. And then for her, it's not a big deal because she goes there, leaves her car, stays there while she cleans, and then she comes back. But for me, I had to go there, come back, go there, come back. So it was extra, and plus I had the kids with me. Wednesday, I just had Danica and Logan. So Thursday, I ended up keeping my son home from school, and I can't remember the reason why. I think it was just because I didn't want to like get up that early and take him. We still ended up leaving the house at 8:30 because I had to take my mom to her cleaning appointment still. So my arm felt better. I did sleep until 7:15. I think that was it. I ended up sleeping in. And then I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep Connor home. It was hard because when my son's home, him and my daughter fight, and it's a little bit more difficult. But I ended up taking her to work. I filmed or edited my Sterling Ink subscription video, so I posted that. On the way to drop my mom off at work, there's a Mr. Sub, and I'm not a huge Subway fan. I like Mr. Sub. It's like my go-to sub place, and so I picked up subs for supper, so I didn't have to cook, which was awesome. And then that day I also got my Franklin haul, so I ended up filming that video and I posted it for Friday. So that was a really good video. You guys, after I'm done talking about the days, I have to tell you something. Okay, so Friday. So number one, on Friday, I found out that Outlander was going to be airing on Sunday. I still never watched it last night because we were quite busy, but I found out that it was airing, so that was super exciting. And then Friday, I ended up getting everything on my to-do list done. I'll see if I can show you. Okay, so I just had to put my son down on the floor because he was getting too squirmy. So Friday, this is what my Friday looked like. This is my main classic planner here. I got everything checked off, you guys. I felt so proud of myself. Everything on here, like everything was done. And then I put like the videos I wanted to film. I was like, oh, good, I'm done. So Saturday I'll film all the videos, but I didn't get to it because the weekend ended up being a little crazy too. So, but yeah, so everything was done. I felt so good about Friday. And then I was kind of like, I really wanted to go to karaoke, but my mom, she used to only do like every second weekend. And then she had done the last 3 weekends, like I'd mentioned before to you guys, that she had babysat for that Friday. So she's like, you know what? I just need a weekend off. So I was like, okay, I'm going to leave her alone. I won't ask. And so I ended up staying home. And I think Friday night, me and my son just chilled. He was playing his like game on his iPad, and I just read my book Outlander. We just went to bed. I think Friday night I went to bed at 10:30. So like despite all of the days during the week when I had to go to bed, you know, to get up in time for school the next morning, it was Friday night when I never had to go to sleep early that I ended up going to bed early. So that was funny. But yeah, I felt really good. And then the other thing too was that like my son started getting a tooth and he started biting, or I was pumping for a while. And then I started feeding again because he stopped biting. And now he's getting his other tooth and I think he's going to start biting again. So I feel guilty. Like, do I stop breastfeeding and just give him formula? Number one, it's super expensive, and it's, you know, it really is. It's like $56 for a case of formula, and it lasts maybe a week if. So it's a lot of money, and I'd rather breastfeed, but pumping just takes up so much time and it's extremely difficult, I'm finding. So I just don't know what the better thing to do is. Like, obviously I'd rather breastfeed, but I'm not going to have him biting me either. So I feel a lot of guilt about thinking of just feeding him formula. And I know it's not a thing. I know it shouldn't be a thing. Like I don't care about what other people think. It's me personally that's like, no, you need to breastfeed. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. And I feel like if I was to just use formula, there'd be less pressure on me. But yet I'm not sure if we can afford that. So I don't know. I don't know what to do, you guys. I'm just kind of at a little bit of a loss in regards to that. But anyway, so moving on to Saturday, I was going to chill. I wanted to sleep in. I think I got to sleep until 7 when my daughter woke me up. I wanted to sleep in, didn't happen. Or maybe it was Logan that woke me up. I think it was. I think he woke me up at 5 and then I just got up. So I just relaxed in the morning, and then my mom called at like noon and she's like, oh, my car's ready to be picked up. So I don't know if I mentioned that. She had the opportunity to get it fully fixed, but there was no guarantee because it's an older car. It's like a 2005 Kia Rio. And she said, you know what, just do a quick fix for now, and then I'll continue looking for a car. So she paid $300 to just get the quick fix. It was just a timing belt. So if your timing belt breaks or goes or falls off, obviously your car's not going to run, right? And that's why she got stranded in the middle of nowhere. So she got her timing belt fixed, but the motor, there's parts in the motor that are about to go. So she really has to find a new vehicle. So her car was ready. So I picked her up. My engine light had come on again. So I just wanted to go to and get him to check with his, like, it's like a code reader, but his is like a $5,000 one. So it's a really good, it gives all the breakdown of information. So he knows like exactly to pinpoint what's wrong with your vehicle. So I took her, she picked up her car. Everything was great. The kids ended up going back with her. Connor was going to go have a sleepover with her. And then Danica just spent a couple of hours with her. And then I brought Logan back home. He checked my engine light. It was just like the thermostat. I need to get a thermostat before winter because just in case, like, it's on the verge of going, but it hasn't gone yet, but it could. So I'm going to get that replaced before probably like sometime in October, maybe. I came back home. Chad was up, and then he went and picked up Danica, and then he went to work, and that was that. And then I think it was Saturday night. Did we watch a movie? I can't remember. No, Connor went to my mom's. Yeah, he was at my mom's. Oh yeah, I'm so excited about my planner setup for July. So Marsha, if you watch this, or maybe I can like message her and just be like, Marsha, you inspired me. I don't do junk journaling, okay? I don't. It's not that I don't like seeing other people's junk journals. I just don't do it myself, and I'm not really into that. What I do like are pretty things, and I like changing things. You guys know that I love change, and I love, like, my favorite colors are purple, green, and blue. And so I was playing with ideas, and I showed you guys a binder, the new binder I got from Franklin in my haul. And I'm going to use my Agendio inserts because they go with that color the best, I think, for the month of July. But I'm also, I'm waiting for Jane's Agenda. So that's kind of like Mediterranean blue theme. And then also Coastal Escape is like beach and sea and like seashells and that kind of thing. So it kind of got inspired. I was watching Marsha's video where she switched back into her vintage Aurora. And oh, and if you guys don't know who Marsha is, it's Marsha from Buy Sell Plan. She lives in Ontario, and we sometimes chat. So anyway, I went on and I looked at, was it Pink Monarch Designs or Pink Monarch Prints, and I purchased a few things because I already have a setup in mind for August. So I know what I'm doing for August. I'm excited about that too. But for July, you guys, I am so I'm so excited for what I have. I printed out some stuff. I went Etsy crazy. I mean, it was only like $3 here, $3 there. So it wasn't like $100 or anything. But I purchased some stuff from Etsy and I printed out a whole bunch of stuff. Had to change my ink because I ran out of ink. And I started designing some new dashboards. And then and that was, I think I stayed up till 1 o'clock on Saturday night, which was crazy for me because I'm so tired. I'm so tired even by like 10, 11 o'clock. And this was like 1 o'clock. I started to feel dizzy and I was like, dude, I got to go to bed. So I went to bed at 1 o'clock. It was like almost 1:30. But anyway, so Sunday, I woke up. It was probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I woke up on Sunday. And I came downstairs, did my relaxing thing, fed the kids, and then I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, can you come over, watch the kids while I go do the grocery shopping? So my in-laws, Chad's mom and dad, were coming over because his dad was supposed to help fix the garage motor. He'd bought like a garage motor, like a door opener from was it an auction sale or something, for $175, and this motor is probably like at least $1,000. Like it was a really high-end quality motor that you put like on a brand new garage, which we do not have, mind you. It's like falling apart, but we needed a door opener, and he got it like brand new. It wasn't even, the box wasn't even open, and it was at a garage, like an auction sale. So anyway, he came over for 2. It ended up being closer to 2:30, but watch his head. Chad's mom came with him, so she's like, well, I might as well come with you if it's only going to take a couple of hours so that I can visit with the kids. So they were planning on being here for 2, and I'm like, okay, I got to get the grocery shopping done. So while I was waiting for my mom to come, I ended up cleaning the bird cage. I cleaned up my daughter's toys. I did the dishes. I started the laundry, and I did something else now. I think my mom helped me sweep the floors. She came over. I left. I went to Walmart and Sobeys. It was pouring rain the entire time I was shopping. It was like a torrential downpour. It was crazy. We haven't seen this much rain for a long time, I think. But I got my shopping done, came home, put everything away, and then they were here, and Chad and his dad started working on the garage. And it was kind of cool because I'm like, oh, it's Father's Day. Like they get to hang out together, which is a first in ever. Like they've never done that on Father's Day. So, needless to say, my mom left at 6 and they ended up staying till 10 o'clock. Neither his mom or dad wanted anything. His dad never ate nothing, never drank nothing. And I kept asking, I was like, can I get you guys something? And they were like, no, we're fine. But they got here at 2:20 or 2:30 and they stayed till 10. And his mom only had a few sips of water the entire time. And like, I don't know, like I should have made them supper, I guess, but they didn't want anything. And so I fed the kids, got the kids to bed. And then finally when they were done, like they were just about to give up because it wasn't working and everything that could go wrong went wrong. But you guys, I'm so excited because I pressed the remote button and the garage door opened today. And it's so nice. It's like this like brand new like little garage door opener on my Jeep. And like, it's so nice. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. Number one, they took that time to do that. He bought it. Like we're paying him back, but like it just, but he thought of us, right? He was going to use it for himself and he decided to give it to us instead. So I'm so happy and I'm so grateful. And that was like the biggest thing that I'm glad it worked out, because I thought it would suck if they put in all that time and then it never ended up working. That would have been really bad. So anyway, needless to say, it was a late night. The kids did not get to spend time with Chad, which is sad because it was Father's Day. But you know, he had to do what needed to be done, and it's done, and we're happy. I'm happy and he's happy that I'm happy. So anyway, that is it for this week's updates. My wrists, the pain isn't there, but they do still hurt from the arthritis that I have. So I do have a doctor's appointment scheduled in July. So we'll follow up with that, and I'll just talk to her and see what I can do. I will be doing a planner setup soon. I'm just waiting for my 2 sub boxes to come in. And I did, you guys, if you want to check it out, maybe I'll link my Franklin haul, but I did get her point of view for compact inserts. So I did get the compact her point of view inserts, the day on 2 page. So these ones here. So I'm excited to use these for my setup. And right after this video, I am going to film a compact video and kind of update, because even like, despite the fact that I mostly, like, I work out of my classic, like that is the one I use every day, all day. But despite that, I still feel kind of like, not ashamed, but just feel bad that I never got to write in all of my inserts. Like, I never wrote down any of my scheduled stuff, nothing. And I want to do that. Like, I feel like, not lazy, what's the word? I just feel like incomplete, I guess is the word. That I never got to write down all of my stuff in my compact, because if I do leave the house, I like to be able to see what I've got going on, right? So, and I do take this planner with me in my purse. So I want to write that. I'm going to update it today and just get everything done. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do today. But yeah, so that's it for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for all your comments last time. I really appreciated all of that input and feedback and, you know, well wishes and things. Like, I feel good at this point in time. And so it's interesting too, because despite good things happening throughout the week, if I'm feeling really crappy on the day that I film, usually the whole video gets like this, you know, the whole video is kind of negative. So I didn't mean to be so negative last time, but I was feeling really, really down. And, but yeah, so I'm hoping like I'm going to be productive this week. It's Monday morning. Yes, I slept in today till 7, but I did it on purpose because yesterday was like a crazy day. I never went to bed till 12:31. So I needed to sleep in, but tomorrow is going to be a fresh start. I'm going to start at 5. And we'll see how it goes from there. And then I'll let you guys know next week how this week went. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, please subscribe. I would love to have you. Click on the bell notification button, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.